Did you ask any question about Batman to Christopher Nolan so he can give you an advice for your future film?
I did. I think the only conversation we had was like the last day of Tenet, because I got Batman on the first day. I mean, the only conversation we had was the last day, and it was kind of, it's funny. Chris just sort of said right at the end of the last day, so, "How's the cave?" I'll do it. And I was like, I don't know yet. I haven't started. I haven't seen any pictures, but yeah. I mean, it's kind of. I wouldn't even know what to ask. I mean, I like hearing stories from his sets. So, I mean, I just think those movies are so wonderful, and and just so many. We had an interesting conversation about materials to make a cape out of, like what's the best material to make it out of, which is kind of. I mean, having played it for a few weeks, it's like it is incredibly. It's very complicated to wear a cape in almost every scenario.
I want to know which was your first reaction after reading the script. It was like, oh, it's really easy. It's everything perfect. Or, oh, what is this? I don't understand anything.
Yeah, I wish I could have said, yeah, very easy, no problem, totally get it. No, it took me 4 hours to read the script. I kept saying how is this possible? How's this going to work? But I was thoroughly entertained. It's a page turner, both forwards and backwards, which is ironic of the film. So, given the subject matter, so I was blown away by what I read, and I was super eager to get started. I couldn't wait to get started.
Weirdly, I read it the first time and thought I completely understood it quite quickly, and then when you try and break it down, it starts to kind of eat you alive, and your brain starts disintegrating. but then it's funny because we were breaking it to in order to play it, you kind of have to have the characters have to have some kind of understanding of something which is in some ways completely impossible to understand, because it's no one can actually experience it. But then when I watched the movie, so like for 6 months trying to break down the character, I made it more and more and more complicated, to the point where I thought the movie was so many parts to it. And then when I watched it for the first time, I was like, wow, it's kind of it's so streamlined. You kind of, you can just feel what a really, really complicated concept is, and then within the framework of a really kind of high velocity action movie. And it is. I mean, I think I always like movies when I like movies where you don't know, you kind of don't know what happened afterwards. You kind of feel like you've just sort of been hit by a truck. I think that's sort of my favorite type of reaction.
I am not a science-minded person. I don't have a science brain. I would never say that I could easily understand the concepts of quantum physics. But that said, when I read the script, I didn't really struggle through it. I just kind of let myself, I guess, receive the information that I could receive in a way, which I think is sort of what the experience of watching the movie is. But when you watch the film, obviously you have this incredibly vivid, enormous, sort of in scope, rich world that springs up in front of you, and then you get to follow these highly complex, interesting characters on their mission through it. And so I don't think, and in a way, when I read the script, that's also what I followed through. I just let myself receive what I received from it. And I think that that's what I would do if I was an audience member in this as well, yeah.
My first reaction was, okay, read it again. Do my homework and try to understand at every moment, what does Sator understand about what he's doing? What is he in control of? And what are the events that he tries to influence or tries to manipulate? And it was really good because you end up checking your character's mind against the way the script is working, simply so that you can try to be inside Christopher Nolan's vision with certainty. Plus, of course, you had the Oracle himself available on set at all times. So if I couldn't quite get it completely, Chris would show me, and that was part of the exhilaration of doing the movie.
¿Quieres estrellar un avión? ¿Cómo de grande? Eso sí es un poco melodramático.